So we're out and about in Sevilla this Christmas, and we're here to see La Historia Interminable, which is the never-ending story. It's at the Palacio Congresos, the Congress Palace, I suppose you call it, like a big place where they do, every main city has a Palacio Congresos, and this is where the kids have had books since April. So yeah, I thought we'd show you a bit of out and about, but check this out. This is just as you come in, loads going on. This is everybody here. There's a big, no, I don't know the names of the characters. I can't say as I know them in English, let alone in Spanish. So you can see they've got lots of things going on. This is the story of how it's made. All sorts of places to take photos. See how big this place is, it's huge. So yeah, and then we're going to move on to go out this evening in Sevilla, see if we can get something to eat and enjoy a couple of days in, if not one of Andalusia's biggest cities. I think it is Andalusia's biggest city, Sevilla. Hey, the theatre's just filling up. It's huge.
De la mayor aventura jamás contada. Young Entertainment presenta La Historia Interminable.
Wow, that was amazing. Never-ending story. In Spanish, it was. Obviously, been in Sevilla. But they did an amazing job. First time I've ever been to sort of theatre show like that, to be honest. The kids absolutely loved it. But now, they're back in Sevilla and off for a few tapas. That's cool. I can edit that. Right, so video. So no one else is going to have an oyster. Today no one else is having one?
Nope.
Ral had one yesterday.
No, I had one.
You spat it out yesterday. But I'm afraid when in Rome you've got to have it. Here we go.
With lemon. That's disgusting.
No. Have to admit, excuse me, I always have a little chew. I always have a little chew. I know you're not supposed to, but... Oh, we've got prawns. These are from Cadiz tiger prawns. We've got what looks to be like mashed potato. I think that's an ensalada. And then over here, boquerones in vinagre. White bait cured in vinegar, I think. So, Ayla, explain what you've got, your two favourite tapas.
These are my two favorite tapas. Salmorejo and jamón.
Okay.
And nobody in my family is allowed to take my jamón.
That's massive, I can I have a little piece? Tendrás un momento de tensión, ¿no? Está un poco susceptible. Porque yo lo único que hice que vi que estaba aquí otra vez está ahí.
So it's the evening. Check that out behind me. We're going out now into Sevilla. We're going first of all to the Avenida de la Constitución. Apparently the nicest lights are for Christmas. But it's a Christmas feel everywhere. As I say, check this out which I have behind me. The Corte Inglés lights. Look at that. Beautiful. So, there we go. Let's see what the centre of Sevilla has to offer and some lights. So we're at the Avenida de la Constitución. We're going to walk down it now. And here there's lots and lots of these market stalls with the nativities. So they're called, actually called Belens. And this is, years ago most families would have had some form of nativity scene in their house. So Cinco Jotas is one of the most expensive hams in Spain. It was 25 euros for an 80 gram packet. So yeah, we didn't get any of that. But I think it's just one of those things, once in a lifetime, you'd have to try it. But I'd recommend if you were going to try Cinco Jotas, the ham, do it in a restaurant environment, get them to serve it to you with a decent wine. Anyway, it's so beautiful here, amazing. And you get this sort of this mystical feel to it because there's all the castaña stands, all the chestnut stands around which are bellowing out smoke, which gives us this sort of a Christmas feel. Plus it's cold here, we're not used to this. We live in Malaga. It's colder, it's 9 degrees and a bit more chilly in Sevilla this time of year at night time. So it's a real Christmas feel to it. So I've just had a fantastic meal in this place here. Universal People restaurant, gorgeous, very nice. 64 euros for all of us, 4 plates, 8 drinks, 2 drinks each. Can't complain at that in the middle of Sevilla, can you? And now we're going to actually head back the same way we came. I had a bit of an idea to do an adventure and try and go back a different way, but the family have decided they wanted to buy a few things from the shops on the Avenida Constitución where we came from, so we're headed back now and find a taxi. So a couple of tips while we're walking down the back streets. I mean, Sevilla's great, but you know, all the cities in Spain when you're doing city breaks are great, but definitely you want to try and pre-book your parking. So you can't park anywhere in cities anymore. Always use parking, but try and pre-book it. We were quite lucky, we pre-booked, and though it was quite expensive, the parking for the hotel, it meant that pre-booking, basically when we got to the hotel, what happened was we drove straight in, barrier opened, found the parking space, we knew there would be one, and we've been able to drive in and out of the hotel how we see fit. No messing about with paying, no messing about with tickets. You've got your entry time, your exit time, and that's it, fine. Same with the Palacio Congresos where we went to see the show. Just headed straight for the underground parking, and they have a set price of €5 if you go over 3 hours, and that's it. So definitely using parking is a very good idea. Another top tip, moving about the city. Now there is great bus routes and there's a tram as well, but you need to do your research beforehand. Don't just leave it till you get to one of the confusing bus stops 3 minutes before you're supposed to be going into the centre, as we discovered. So obviously it's quite easy to then jump in a taxi or jump an Uber. Now I'm actually quite partial to an Uber now and then. I think it works really well, especially here in Andalusia. Now they've introduced Ubers to a lot of the main cities, and you know, the taxis really don't like them, obviously because they take a lot of business away, but they work quite well, especially in Malaga on the coast, and here in Sevilla we actually got one which was okay, but always check the price of a local taxi. Now Ubers work on demand, so when it's busy and there's a lot of demand and a very few Ubers, then it's going to cost you a lot more money. And we were just renting out the hotel, we decided, we'll just jump a taxi or get an Uber into the centre. It's only 3 kilometres, it can't be that much. And the Ubers wanted 29 euros. I was like, that can't be right. So anyway, yeah, it was. So we chanced our arm in a taxi. The taxi rank outside the hotel, flagged one down, jumped in, €7. €7. So Uber's not always the cheapest. But then sometimes they are, you know, so like coming back from Malaga on a Friday afternoon, if you'd been for a meal, you're probably looking at around, if you're going to Alarin de la Torre where I live, around €35 because the taxi has to turn around and go back to Malaga. So it basically charges you quite a lot for leaving its district. So any time that you get a taxi that has to leave its town or its district, you'll find it costs a fortune. Even if you're crossing, for example, from Torremolinos to Benalmádena. The moment it crosses the border, it charges you more. Whereas Ubers charge by distance and also charge by demand. So sometimes they're a lot cheaper, especially for slightly longer journeys crossing 2 towns. But inside the city, if you're in a big city and you're actually moving about inside the city, taxis generally are the cheaper option. So just in the area of the cathedral now, walking back. So tranquil as well. It's quiet, it's beautiful. Slightly away from the hustle and bustle of the Avenida de Constitución. People just chilling, taking photos, walking back from their tea. 10 o'clock in the evening. So nice. You won't believe that you're in the dead centre, middle of a huge city, Andalusia. So relaxed. There we go. Beautifully kept as well. We just stumbled across the Patio de Banderas. Obviously this time of year the trees are full of Seville oranges. Seville being famous for its oranges. They're only good for marmalade. Can't eat them. Well, you can eat them. They just don't taste very nice. And they're everywhere, all over Seville. You'll find mainly the older streets, these trees. This one's obviously been replaced. This is a young tree, so that's obviously been replaced. In fact, the ones in the middle here look quite young. The ones here look like the older trees. So with the food, there seems to be quite a it's Rahul with me today.
Hi.
Well, he's always with me when we're away, but not in the videos. There's quite a tapas vibe going on with the food. So you can go to any of the like typical style restaurants, even what you'd call like the touristy ones, because you can't escape them. Let me take the auto tracking off so you're actually in the video, right? There we go.
Hello there.
You can't really escape the tourist ones, so don't be scared of going to tourist restaurants either. Nobody wants to get to the deep and darkest original authentic restaurants, but if you're in the area and it's easy, just dunk into one. And you know, we just went to that one there, and we've been to a couple next to the hotel. They're very nice. To be fair, the first day we did go out into the barrio and try and find something that was a little bit more for the locals, and that was great. But across the board they seem to have like tapas, medias and raciones. So tapas is a very small plate, which is normally around between 3 and 4.50 a plate. The media is normally between around 8 6 and 10 euros, let's call it a plate, and the ration, depending on what it is a big plate, which would feed quite a few of you. So I'd strongly recommend 2 tapas and a couple of drinks would seriously put you on for one person. And if you like trying food, we'll try a couple of different ones each. And if you don't like it, well, it's not really wasted an awful lot then, have you? Right then, so I think that's us for this evening. We've had a nice walk, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay. A couple of tapas.
Yeah.
Nice show. But it's time to go home now. Well, home. Back to the hotel, isn't it?
Hotel bar for a gin and tonic.
Yeah, the hotel bar for a gin and tonic.
I thought we were going to go. No. No, I'm going to put up here.
It's, yeah, definitely recommend Sevilla for. It's a lovely family atmosphere. I mean, it's, what's it now? 10:30 now. Have a look. Yeah. No. 5 to 11. I'm just looking at it. Family atmosphere. Everybody's just walking around, chilling out, enjoying it.